Model Alliance Cruiser. Model Geth Cruiser. Captain's cabin. Oh yeah. Alright, we managed to recapture almost all our entire collection.
Commander? Commander? Commander?
"50,000 years ago, the Protheans were the only spacefaring species in the galaxy. They vanished in a swift galactic extinction. Only the legacy of their empire remains. They are believed to have built the mass relays and the Citadel, which have allowed numerous species to explore and expand throughout the galaxy. Prothean ruins are found on worlds across the galaxy. While surprisingly intact for their age, functioning examples of Prothean paleotechnology are rare. Time and generations of looters have picked their dead cities and derelict stations clean. Some believe the Protheans meddled in the evolution of younger races. The Hanar homeworld of Khaje, for example, shows clear evidence of former Prothean occupation. The presence of a former Prothean observation post on Mars has caused a rebirth of interventionary evolutionists among humans. These individuals believe the god myths of ancient civilizations are misremembered encounters with aliens. In the early 2160s, the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skyllian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfan, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
Right, we are about to go for a mission. Eden Prime. Recover Prothean artifact. Crush an assault! Wait, can we scan it? Will that affect? Yeah, it'll affect. Huh.
I found something.
Zion. Zion is a hydrogen-helium gas giant even larger than Jupiter. Despite its deep gravity well and lethal radiation, it supports a small helium-3 mining industry. The reason is simple: as the only gas giant in the Utopia system, it is the only local source of fuel for Eden Prime's power stations and spaceports. Zion has 112 natural satellites, ranging from orbiting asteroids to the moon of Asphodel, which is large enough to retain a thick atmosphere. Population 1062. Population estimates are pre-invasion. Orbital distance 14.05 astronomical units. Orbital period 52.8 Earth years. Radius 24,333 kilometers. Day length 10.5 Earth hours. Giant asteroids. Yes! Prothean data files acquired. Wreckage. 200 units of fuel. Oh, we've recharged a bit. Nice. Arcadia. An unusually large terrestrial world, Arcadia has a dense atmosphere composed of nitrogen and helium. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of alkaline basalts, but metal deposits are plentiful. Although several spectacular examples of columnar basalt formations offer scenic beauty, Arcadia's hostile environment has precluded commercial development. Orbital distance 0.7 astronomical units. Orbital period 0.6 Earth years. Radius 10,893 km. Day length 25.6 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 16.17 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 358 Celsius. Surface gravity 5g. Nirvana. Nirvana has a trace atmosphere of xenon and krypton. The surface is a mix of water ice and iron oxides, with cryovolcanic plumes of potassium concentrated around the equatorial ridge. Nirvana has little of commercial or scientific interest. Though a few geological research stations were constructed in the early 2160s, all have been shut down for years. The Alliance maintained an automated ice-cracking station which stockpiled a large amount of deuterium fuel for use by the fleet. This was commandeered in the preparations for the war, and now Nirvana is completely silent. Orbital distance 25.6 astronomical units. Orbital period 129.9 Earth years. Radius 3,212 kilometers. Day length 63.9 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure trace. Surface temperature minus 203 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.2 g. Xanadu. Xanadu's atmosphere is composed of methane and argon, while the planet's frozen surface is largely potassium with deposits of calcium. Its location in the deep cold of the outer system and the lack of available resources leave little to recommend it. Orbital distance 101.7 astronomical units. Orbital period 1029.9 Earth years. Radius 3,730 kilometers. Day length 69.8 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.19 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature minus 216 Celsius. Surface gravity 0.3 g. And 100% assets recovered. Eden Prime. This idyllic agrarian world was one of the first human colonies established beyond the Charon mass relay. Eden Prime's fertile biosphere drew heavy immigration from the system's alliance and other human organizations. In 2183, Eden Prime was attacked by a Geth force led by the rogue Spectre Saren Arterius. Commander Shepard, responding to the attack, encountered a Prothean beacon that warned of imminent Reaper invasion. It is thanks to this beacon and the Commander's quick action that the galaxy has any chance of survival today. Although the Reapers rushed past much of the Exodus cluster in their plan to take Earth, it is clear the war has come to the Eden Prime. Distress signals have jammed all available frequencies, fires burn in vast swaths across the arable land, and its once extensive monorail system is twisted metal. Cerberus has much to lose if word of their ruthless attack on the human colony gets out. What they stand to gain must be equally valuable. Colony founded 2152. Population 4.2 million. Population estimated is pre-invasion. Capital constant. Orbital distance 1.85 astronomical units. Orbital period 2.5 Earth years. Radius 7,026 kilometers. Day length 64.1 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 1.45 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature 23 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.04 G. We're landing. I've got 22 points. Frag grenade. Rip your enemies apart with the shrapnel-packed grenade. Reinforce armor using protective full cold currents. Purge the current and send its charge to your gauntlets for increased melee damage. You've got so many points it's even matters. Arms Master. Dungeon Master.
Eden Prime. This is where it all began. Where the Prothean beacon gave you the vision that warned us about the Reapers.
And where you went up against Saren and the Geth for the first time, no?
Yes. And now, with Cerberus here, Eden Prime's colonists are under attack again.
Seems like more than just 3 years ago.
How bad?
A lot of dead civilians. Lost one of my men, Jenkins, to a Geth drone.
Reports said Saren had bombs set up to wipe out the whole colony.
Not on my watch.
Damn straight, Loco.
Cerberus hit Eden Prime hard. Whatever they found here was worth a major offensive. There are survivors elsewhere on the colony, but they killed everyone near the dig site.
They deserve better.
I know. The Alliance did what it could to evacuate colonists, but Cerberus came in so quickly.
If we find survivors, we'll do what we can. What about this artifact? Is it part of the Prothean device we found on Mars?
The Alliance didn't get any specifics about what Cerberus has uncovered. But whatever it is, it's better off with us than with Cerberus.
I'm bringing you in as close to the dig site as I can. No way we'll avoid detection, but you should have a few minutes.
Appreciate it.
All part of the service, Commander.
All right, everyone. Get ready to move.
With luck, we can get to the dig site before Cerberus knows we're here.
I wonder, where the fuck is the music?
No sign of survivors. Come on, we need to find the dig site.
Don't tell me that there's a timer here.
This was a beautiful colony once.
They came back after the Geth attack. They'll come back from this.
I grew up on ships. Lose one, you can always move on to another.
But you'd still remember.
Computer, we can salvage it. Plus 3,000 credits. Medkit, plus 100 experience. Oh, if we won't use Medkits will gain more experience points. Gotcha. Terminal processing update. We've taken more able-bodied men and women from pacified neighborhoods. The colonists generally have accepted the story that they have gone to perform tedious but safe manual labor in a Cerberus research camp on the other side of the planet, and we increased food rations as payment for the work. Most of the complaints died out. Maintain the story as long as possible. We don't have the manpower to fight the entire colony, and if these families knew they were never going to see their sons and daughters again, there's no way they'd cooperate.
Shepard, this Cerberus data could help the colonists still alive on other parts of Eden Prime.
How?
I can get this intel to Eden Prime's resistance. Maybe it will help them fight back against Cerberus.
Resistance? I don't have any info. I'm a bit lost here.
Look at that. Bits of Prothean tech sticking out of the ground like an old bone.
Hey, Liara, you ever find dinosaurs while you're digging around?
No, dinosaurs and other fossils would be paleontology. I'm an archaeologist. I study artifacts left by sapient species. The two fields are completely different, and... you were joking.
Hey, I just like dinosaurs.
How do we transmit the data? Right, it seems that we've scanned and did almost everything we could here.
There, that's the elevator that leads down into the dig site.
Right. On the elevator, on you go. Transmit the dinosaur. So we don't tank anymore. See? Sage. There's no health regeneration in this game.
Goddess, that doesn't seem possible. It's not a Prothean artifact, it's... a Prothean.
You mean a collector? Those things the Reapers turn the Protheans into?
No, an original unmodified Prothean who's still alive.
You're right. That doesn't sound possible.
You saw Prothean stasis chambers in the archives on Ilos. The only reason those failed was a lack of power. Cerberus found this in an underground bunker. It still has power. He's been in stasis for the past 50,000 years, waiting for us. Think of what we could learn.
What can you tell me about the Protheans? The people, not the technology.
Given your experience with the Prothean cipher, you probably know as much about them as I do. The Prothean Empire spanned the known galaxy. They uplifted countless other species to help them join the galactic community.
Uplifted, huh? Like when the Solarians helped the Krogan to evolve a little... faster.
Yes. Judging by the dig sites like the Prothean Archive on Mars or here on Eden Prime, the Protheans wanted other species to learn. It's clear that they prize knowledge, growth, and cooperation with the rest of the galaxy.
The way you describe them, they sound a lot like the Asari.
I'm certain I'm coloring their culture with my own perceptions. Whatever the Protheans were, finding one alive represents an incredible opportunity.
The coffin
Good
people
thing we
cut.
brought our Prothean expert.
I hope I can help. If this single Prothean was sent into stasis, he could be the foremost scientist of his time, or perhaps the wisest counselor. Cerberus damaged the life pod when they excavated it. The life signs are unstable.
Then let's get him out of there.
No, breaking open the pod would kill him. We have to find the command signal that ends the stasis mode. We also need to figure out how to physically open the pod without doing more damage. Cerberus took over the labs nearby to research what they found at the dig site. That's likely our best bet.
Heads up!
Who farted? Missed me.
Let's get moving before more of them come back.
We gotta be careful. I want more experience points, you know. Oh no. I don't have barriers. That sucks. Where are these coggers? Why isn't he coggering? Aww, we can't jump out.
That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to find the stasis deactivation signal.
Oh, we should go over here. Alright, we'll save the game. The monitor screen is what you need instead of the shield. Easy. Hey, what do we have here? Equipment, let's salvage it. 3,000 credits. Terminal, examine. Troop deployment update. Local resistance is heavy in the south and west sections of the colony. We've pulled most of our troops from the north neighborhoods to assist. All remaining troops in the north neighborhood continue patrol activities to maintain the illusion of a large presence in that area. If the locals knew we were understaffed, they could do some serious damage.
More intel to help the colonists. The more we find, the better chance they'll have.
Like losing the experience points. Imagine gaining less experience points after each save or load. Cool.
They were gunned down while having drinks and watching the game.
Son of a bitch, this was somebody's home.
Like losing the experience points. He literally got his ass crushed while Coggers. Hey, each clip gives us lots of ammo. That's nice. Now we can finally shoot in this game. It even feels like the only one
There.
clip.
That lab found footage of the Protheans. Cerberus is studying it to figure out how to physically open the pod.
Wait, so there was other stuff we now missed? Okay. Ammunition full. Oh no, not. We can't restock using only one clip. But still, 2 clips and we are restocked. And we may sustain combat now, like real combat, with shooting and firing.
I never thought our empire would fall. It won't. We will sleep here until the Reapers return to dark space. Then we will rise, 1,000,000 strong. For the Empire. For the Empire. Get to your stasis port. Victory. Broadcast the stasis readiness signal to all life pods.
And the refugees who have yet to reach the bunker.
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire.
I've got the signal.
You understood that?
You didn't?
No. All I saw was static. Cerberus was trying to make sense of it without success. The Prothean cipher you received on Pharaohs, it lets you see the images as a Prothean would, and understand their language.
Whatever it does, I saw the video. And the signal they used.
Perfect. Then we just need to figure out how to physically open the pod.
Wait. That is a bit not logical. She mind-melded with Shepard some time ago, receiving equipment to salvage 3,000 credits. She mind-melded with Shepard and received Cypher as well. She must know the same stuff that Shepard knows, meaning she must also understand the signals. Right, I'll shut up at this point. It is possible to run the first game and go for Vormir first, then I mean receive mind-melded and receive 3,000 credits. What I meant to say, hey, we can... What I meant to say is that she must know the same stuff that Shepard knows, and I mean that means the cipher. Hey, I can't jump over that. Right, is there anything here? Nothing. Why does this area even exist? Shepard's nose. Right, let's go upwards. And nothing! We've literally got nothing! Alright, what I can do is order my squad mates to take positions here. Although I would rather not. I need them right beside me. Because if we die together. Hey, it was that easy? To bypass without a minigame? What's this? Medikit plus 100 experience points. Ammunition. No minigame, we just tank.
How many have we lost?
Reaper forces have destroyed approximately 300,000 life pods.
Third of our people.
Alert! Broadside bulkhead cannot be sealed. Hostiles detected.
Then all forces to the north.
You understood that one too?
Yes.
Excellent. Then we have everything we need to open the pod.
You guys mind less than 30 IQ gamers couldn't solve the puzzle. Okay, so he could have used biotic there all along.
Backup forces are here.
Wrong command. Coggers, come on. Coggers, yeah. Ouch. Oh, Liara, come on. Right, she's good. But we can't still save the game. We need more cover. What the hell were you doing? tactical team. Need more firepower. Teammates are alive. James got out tacticed. Yeah, they're a tactical team. But because I need to be real careful with my tactics, I have to play it safe. No bonking. No humiliation.
They've retracted the bridge. We have to find another way across.
Find another way to the pod. Now that's pod racing. Hey, there's booze here. Find another way to the pod. There's supposed to be some button here, right? There are controls. Oh. Alright, at least we recharged some ammunition. Wait.
I'm transmitting the signal.
Perfect. It'll take a few moments for the life pod to process it.
Wait for pod
Lots
transmission.
of bogies inbound, Commander. We'll have to hold this position.
Sets 100 enemies on fire with powers. Liara, go over here.
Understood.
Looks like we've got a second to catch our breath.
Wish my corner man was here. I could use an ice pack.
Has the life pod ended stasis mode?
We're almost there.
If anybody's low, there's a Cerberus supply cache in the building next door.
I can lay down a singularity to block enemy access. Heavy mech, don't let it get close!
No. Fuck. Striker. What? He shot out a grenade?
There. You can open the life pod now.
Wait, there's the quest of the Resistance intel here somewhere. So we should check out all the computers before leaving. Right, let's save the game and see what we can do. Probably upstairs. Let's check. Nothing. And we can't go back. Can't we retract the bridge back? Oh my god, we can't. Alright, let's see what we can do here.
There, you got it. Goddess. It may take him some time to fully regain consciousness. Be careful, he's confused. Remember, it's been 50,000 years for us, but for him, it's only been...
A few minutes!
No, the bunker is falling. There is no other option.
There are pods online! Those soldiers are still alive!
Their sacrifice will be honored in the coming Empire. Preparing neutron bombardment. Get to your life pod now.
Left of it. A few hundred people. How am I to rebuild an empire from that?
Further adjustments may be necessary. The neutron purge compromised the facility.
Clarify.
Sensors are damaged. Automated reactivation is not an option. You will remain in stasis until a new culture discovers this bunker. This may lead to a power shortage.
Do not shut off more pods. I need the few that are left.
Power needs will be triaged appropriately. You will be the voice of our people.
I will be more than that. How many others?
Just you. You can understand me?
Yes. Now that I have read your physiology, your nervous system, enough to understand your language.
So you were reading me, while I was seeing...
Our last moments. Our failure.
Your people did everything they could. They never gave up. And I could use some of that commitment now.
Shepard, whatever you did got Cerberus interested.
Asari. Human. I'm surrounded by primitives.
It's not safe here. Will you join us?
You fight the Reapers?
Yes.
Then we will see.
A living Prothean?
That's correct, Admiral. But he's not quite what we expected.
Commander, our scientists barely understand what they need to do here. If the Prothean can help us construct this device, we need his cooperation.
Understood, Admiral.
We're losing colonies faster than we can evacuate. We've never seen a force like the Reapers.
He has, Admiral.
Can he help us?
I intend to find out.
Good. Cerberus slipped up and gave us a new weapon. Don't let it go to waste. Hack it out.
Shepard, I need you down in the port cargo hold. It's about our new guest.
I'm on my way. What's the problem?
I've tried to make the room more accommodating, but they're not letting me talk to him.
Apologies, Doctor. Contact protocol with a new species. Assume hostility. We had to dust off the regulations.
But he's not new. I've spent my life studying Protheans.
At ease. I don't think our guest will be a problem. Will he?
That depends on you. I can sense fear in you, anxiety and distress. The Reapers are winning.
What do you mean, you sense?
All life provides clues for those who can read them. It is in your cells, your DNA. Experience is a biological marker.
Then what exactly did I experience back on Eden Prime? That was a hell of a flashback.
The battle left its own mark on me. I communicated this to you. It can work both ways.
Like your beacons.
Yes. Which... You found one. You saw it all. Our destruction, our warnings. Why weren't they heeded? Why didn't you prepare for the Reapers, human?
It's Commander. And nobody could understand your warnings. The beacon nearly killed me.
Then communication is still primitive in this cycle.
We pieced together what we could, and used it to stop a Reaper invasion 3 years ago.
Then the extinction was delayed.
Now we have your plans for the device. We're going to build it.
Device?
The weapon your people were working on. I'd hoped you could tell us how to finish it.
We never finished it. It was too late.
Then I take it you don't know anything about the catalyst?
No. I was a soldier, not a scientist. Skilled in one art, killing.
What was your mission?
Among my people, there were avatars of many traits. Bravery, strength, cunning. A single exemplar for each.
Which are you?
The embodiment of vengeance. I am the anger of a dead people, demanding blood be spilled for the blood we lost. Only when the last Reaper has been destroyed will my purpose be fulfilled. I have no other reason to exist. Those who share my purpose become allies. Those who do not become casualties.
Nothing in our fight against the Reapers has been that cut and dried.
Because you still have hope that this war will end with your honor intact.
I do.
Stand in the ashes of 1 trillion dead souls and ask the ghosts if honor matters. This silence is your answer.
We found this at the dig site. I assume it belongs to you.
It is a memory shard.
Could it help us with the device?
No. It contains only pain. But I will help you fight. And the last thing the Reapers hear before they die will be the last voice of the Protheans, sending them to their grave.
If you don't mind, I have a few more questions I'd like to ask.
Here it comes.
I've written over a dozen studies on your species. I've published in several journals that...
Amusing. Asari have finally mastered writing.
I'm sorry?
Never mind. What do you wish to know?
We've never seen a species with this sensory ability you have.
It was common among my people, imparting experience through touch, the chemistry of life. Complicated ideas could be absorbed in seconds.
That sounds very useful.
We evolved as hunters. Reading 1,000 details in our environment ensured our survival.
I'm beginning to understand the beacons a bit more.
Later, we developed technology to harness our ability. Information could be stored in certain objects through touch. Memory has its own biomarker, its own chemistry, as do knowledge and skills. The beacons could remember these things.
Things like Reaper invasions.
Yes, I can still sense the turmoil in you, witnessing the extinction of our empire. The fabric of your being was forever marked that day.
So this shard is a doctor's log.
So could you read something about this room?
There was liquid, a form of incubation. The DNA of a Krogan who lived here. He was powerful, prone to violence.
I'm impressed. His name was Grunt.
And if he were my enemy, I would have given him a wide berth. There is great strength in his genes.
Liara here would never forgive me if I didn't ask you. What was Prothean civilization like?
Yes, I've always wondered, what sort of government did you have, and can you tell me about your religious beliefs, or perhaps the...
We are dead now. What does it matter?
I'm sorry. Studying your history has been a lifelong passion of mine.
When I was born, our empire was already at war with the Reapers. The first thing I remember was seeing my planet on fire.
What was your civilization like before the Reaper attack?
We were the dominant race of our cycle. We ruled the galaxy.
My studies indicated you were the only race engaged in space travel at the time. I always found that curious.
We were one empire composed of many subjects. All eventually called themselves Prothean.
What if they didn't want to?
They weren't given a choice.
Are you saying you enslaved the other species?
Any could oppose us if they wished. And if they had won, they would have ruled. Many tried. None succeeded.
I had no idea Protheans were so... severe.
It was by necessity. Very early we encountered the dangers posed by machine intelligence. They rebelled against us.
We've had the same problem. They're called Geth.
We could not allow the machines to surpass us. It was decided the only way to win was to unite all organic life within our empire.
Did it work?
For a time. The Metacon War. We were turning the tide. Until the Reapers arrived. Then we understood machines had surpassed us long ago, in ways we could never imagine.
Back on Eden Prime, it looked like there were other stasis pods. What happened?
The Empire had fallen, and we knew our cycle was lost. We were the final vanguard, the best soldiers left alive.
So more of you were supposed to survive into this cycle?
Yes. Under my leadership, a new Prothean empire would have arisen. We would have commanded the races of your time to prepare for the next Reaper invasion. But traitors within our ranks, indoctrinated agents, betrayed us, and the Reapers discovered our plan.
Just out of curiosity, how would you have commanded us?
By leaving you no other option. You would have joined our army, or faced the Reapers alone.
We've uncovered quite a few Prothean ruins. Were you observing our ancestors?
Before the war, we cultivated species who showed potential. Eventually, you would have been offered a choice to join the Empire. But when the Reapers attacked, we ceased all study. We hoped they would see you as too primitive to harvest.
Well, thank you. I think. Is there anything more you can tell us about this device your people were trying to build?
We heard only stories. They said our scientists were constructing a great machine that had the power to defeat the Reapers.
You never saw it?
By that point, the Empire was smashed into pieces. None of us knew what the others were doing.
Well, if we don't finish it soon, the same will be true of us.
What can you tell us about your own war with the Reapers?
Many of the details were lost. The conflict lasted for centuries. Those that faced the Reapers in the beginning were long dead when I was born. There were memory shards, however, passed down from soldier to soldier. They gave us fragments of what happened.
Several years ago, we found a Prothean VI that called itself Vigil on the planet Ilos. He was the caretaker of a research project.
During my life, Ilos was only a rumor. It was said we had cities there, built on the ruins of a civilization before us, the Inusanon. If our scientists did have a research facility, whatever they were doing was secret.
Yes, Vigil said they wiped all traces of themselves from the records so the Reapers couldn't find them.
The scientists eventually went into cryogenic stasis.
More of my people survived?
No, but they did stop the Reapers from taking control of the Citadel in this cycle. It delayed their invasion.
I never saw the Citadel. It was captured long before I was born.
How did your people wage war against the Reapers?
Attrition. We fought them system by system, planet by planet, city by city. Entire worlds were sacrificed just to slow the Reapers down. Time they spent harvesting a population was time we could regroup.
That must have cost you in the long run.
Yes. Our own people would be indoctrinated, converted, then turned against us. But there was no choice. Mercy is not a weapon. It is a weakness.
Why do you think your own cycle lost the war?
What had been our strength, our empire, became a liability. All races conformed to one doctrine, one strategy. The Reapers exploited this. Once they found our weaknesses, we could not adapt. The subservient races became divided and confused. Then, it was only a matter of time.
I'm happy to say our cycle is different. Most races cooperate, but they still remain unique.
Then it may be your only hope.
Thank you for talking with me. I never imagined actually meeting a Prothean.
This has been amusing.
Oh?
To discover the most primitive races of my time now rule the galaxy. The Asari, the humans, the Turians.
There's also the Solarians.
The lizard people evolved?
I believe they're amphibian.
They used to eat flies. Commander, you may count on me. I am known as Javik, though I still need time to recover. The shock has not worn off yet.
I understand. This must be a hell of an experience for you. We're just glad to have you aboard, Javik.
+2 reputation. Slam unlocked. Available at medbay. Weapon unlocked particle rifle 1. What about the journal? So we have another 3-head in our team.
Those poor colonists on Eden Prime. First the Geth attack, now Cerberus. For what it's worth, Our new crew member doesn't need a translator himself, but he shared a Prothean language tutorial program. It was apparently designed for servant races being inducted into the Empire. Charming cultural clue. Commander?
Wait, can we help the Resistance on Eden Prime? No, we can't. And this sucks. So what, now we need to consult with the bottle again? What does he know about the tactics? Right, let's save the game. And see if we can find some more computers to help the Resistance.
They've retracted the bridge. We have to find another way across.
Yeah, we do, but first we need to find some more intel. Is there a way to get inside that? No, I don't see any. Plus 6,000 credits, and we missed that. Invisible walls, ho. Medkit plus 100 experience points. Food. Right, this is definitely progress. We've got some more credits. Time for you to go to sleep. Yeah, it's for me too. Well, almost. I need to find this last terminal. Whatever the hell it is. Or consult with the bottle. That would be the quickest way. There is a probability that I missed it on the beginning of the mission. Although I tried to explore this level thoroughly, it appears that I didn't succeed. Right, I guess that on the fresh mind we can do this. But for now, I thank everyone for watching. I hope that you enjoyed as much as I did. I wish you all good nights, sweet dreams, and we're raiding out. Because the process is a bit tedious now that I'm falling asleep myself. Right, who's out there to be raided out to? That girl Nana plays Silent Hill 3. Scottish Maiden plays Ready or Not. Whatever that is. Right, we're raiding out to... I don't know. That girl Nana, I suppose. If she... Wait. Had she finished the stream? No, she didn't. That's good. Right, we're raiding out to that girl Nana. So that being said, I thank you again for watching. Hope that you enjoyed as much as I did. We're raiding out to that girl Nana. Please give her some love. She's playing Silent Hill 3. And until next time, everyone. Bye!